Let's now edit Breakdance itself. Let's start with the header and the footer. In this case, let's edit the header, which is like the logo, the marketing marquee, and the menu, right? So we have two options. We can go from the home page or from whatever page actually, as long as we are logged in, because we need this bar to show up. Here we can hover over Breakdance in the bar and then open the main header as a header, or we can go to the dashboard. Here in the dashboard, hover over Breakdance, then go to Headers, which is under Templates, right? Headers, and then open the main header here in Breakdance, edit in Breakdance. I'm gonna edit this in a new tab. Both these links, they take to the same place. So once it loads, we can see that this is the Breakdance bucket. It's a little bit scary, but I'm quite sure it will be making a lot of sense very soon. So we have, as you can see, several header elements. Let's open the structure panel so we can see what's going on here. The structure panel has all of the elements precisely laid out in organized in an organized way, so you can see the layout, right? So you can see everything that how it's built. And we can see here that this header builder for the Monstera template has two menus in this case. We have one menu which is white, which is the one that shows in the home page. And then we have another menu which is black, which is this second one that shows here, which is the one that shows in any other page that is not the home, right? Because of the layout, right? In services, in gallery, everything it shows is a black menu, right? It is a black menu instead of the white menu that we have in the home page. Then we have a couple of elements, like for example, we have repetition here in the Facebook and Instagram. If you need, when you need to update the Facebook and Instagram links, you need to do it 4 times, no, 3 times. I'm so sorry, 3 times in this template. Because we have also some resolution. You can manage the resolution here in the in this little icon that has like a computer, right? It says desktop right here. So let's go to tablet landscape and we're gonna see what's going on. Actually, this doesn't show in the front end. So we can see in the front end that in smaller resolutions, we get one single burger trigger, not two, like in the front end, like in the back end it shows. We don't have two, we have just one. And now it opens the different icons, and no matter what, it opens them black, right? Like these are not white icons. That's why we have so many icons here in the backend. But it all works, like you don't need to touch anything of the conditionals or anything. You just need to update whatever link you need. For example, if you are going to you are going to need to update your Facebook and Instagram or any other social media, right? You can, this is the space for you to add the social media, your social medias. And yeah, it's just a matter of maybe selecting the icons, different icons. As you can see, we have different icon elements. If you want to add a new social media, let's assume that you want LinkedIn. You would add a new icon right here. Then, as the way the menu builder works is that you have either, let's select it because we have this menu, right? Like this is the element that creates different elements. Let's assume elements inside a header. And as we can see, it is mainly composed of menu links because that is the layout of the template. That is the structure of the template, right? It's pure links. You can add new items. Usually the best way would be to duplicate something that is existing already. Like for example, if you want to add a new menu link, just duplicate about us in this case, and let's assume that this is a menu link, right? Obviously, and it would look that way. And just make sure that any addition or any modification that you do to the menu, that you make to the menu in the Monstera, you do it twice. You have to make it twice because you have two menus, right? One for the homepage and one for every other page. After that, you usually, oh, well, let's check the way we change the logo, right? We have this image element, and you just need to choose a different one. Like you just click here in where it says choose, or you click in the image, and let's give it a moment, and you can just select one from your media library or upload a new image, right? As anything you upload, it updates immediately. Like right? So right here we're able to see that the logo already changed, and okay, I'm gonna revert it, but that's the way to change it. And lastly, we have this marketing marquee. As you can see, it's made of different elements. Like you have several phrases that you can just customize, um, and then you can add or edit. You can delete some of them, or you can add new items, right? And then you just type uh, your marquee phrase, right? And it will show, right? I mean, some at some point in the carousel in the marquee. That's the way to edit it. Then it has a wrapper link. This whole section has a link. This is just to use it as a top bar, as an announcement bar, precisely. Like anything you have to announce here, you can pretty much point whatever page. In this case, it's taken to the contact form. Like if you click, it takes you to the contact page, right? But that is modifiable, right? You can modify that however you want. Here is the element. And there you have it. This is how, oh no, wait, this is how to edit the header. Let's now move into the footer, which is this section, right? From the ready to grow your business to all the way this form and everything. The process is pretty much the same in how to open it. From any page, you can just hover over Breakdance and then click in edit main footer, or from Breakdance in the dashboard, you can click in footers and then click in main footer and edit in Breakdance. Both are going to open the same page. And this is, well, as we have a header, obviously we have a footer which repeats across all pages. And as we open the structure panel, we are able to see the structure. It's rather simple. Like you have a get started button. In this case, this is taken to the contact us page. So actually, it's not. I'm going to point it there right now. Um, yeah, this is taken to the contact us page. Any change that you make into the template, you can just click save, and you need to click save in order to save the changes. I have forgotten to say that. So you need to click clicking save in order to save your changes. And then, of course, we have this. We have another form. We have a form. This is a newsletter form. This is a breakdown form. As you can see, is like capturing just first name, email, and last name and email. You can add fields if you need to, but most importantly, here is where you edit the form settings, right? Like you click in the form, and then there are two actions in this case. Is storing the submissions, which is very important because Breakdance is holding a copy of every submission, and then you can visit it later, right? Like you don't depend on the notifications. And then it sends an email notification, which is right now being sent to the WP admin email. This email is the email that you have set up here in the settings, here in general settings, right? This email right here. So any email that you add here in this field, that's the email that we're going to be sending to by default. Now you can come here and add any email manually. Like for example, if you email at gmail.com, and this would work perfectly, right? It's just a matter of maybe selecting it yourself if you want to, or but maybe you everything you need is just to change the administration email address, which handles the entire site, right? And then everything will just will just be fixed like clockwork. So that's the way you edit or you modify the uh, subscription form. Then we have, this menu, which is composed of pretty much buttons. There are buttons, so it's just a link. It's just text and a link. It's very easy to edit if you ever need to. And then the terms and privacy policy, which is already pointed to whatever page they need. Also, we have an icon and a couple of icons here for the social media. It's important to update those. And well, there you have it. This is how to edit the footer. You can maybe dive a little bit into how the resolutions work if you are curious. You can just be clicking the different resolutions we have. Everything is already taken care of in theory, but you are able to edit specific resolutions also for some elements if you like to. Like for example, here in the let's assume that. Let's assume that we think that the header, the sign up for updates, news, and more, this text that is right here, is too big at this resolution. Let's assume that we wanted, I don't know, 20 pixels, right? So as you can see, we select the element, and then in the left sidebar, we have different um, I guess settings, right? The first element of the element is obviously very much the content. So in this case, it's going to be, since it's a text element, it's going to be the text. But then you can select the middle icon, and these are the styles. This is everything that is related to how the element looks. And in here we have the typography, for example. As you can see, I changed the typography for this specific resolution, and it changed only for the phone portrait. But if we go back to phone landscape, you can see that it still has the previous font size, right? And this is the little trick in how we start making the website responsive, right? How everything works. And I guess I'm teaching you this in order for you to know how it works and be able to make any changes if necessary at a resolution level. Like if I delete this, it will be pulling from the information that it had in desktop usually, which is where we set the font size. And if we don't have any other data, as it scrolls, as it shrinks or gets smaller, it will always have the same data or the same value. Like in this case, font size will always be 30 unless we say otherwise. Also, for example, if we change the size here from, let's assume that is tablet portrait, and we make it 20 from tablet portrait, then both font landscape and font portrait, they both be 20 pixels because we have the rule set up from the bigger resolution, which is tablet portrait, right? So this is the way it is. Well, resolutions are handled, and different elements can have different sizes or different settings, customizations in different resolutions, right? There you have it. This, I think, this covers the header and footer. And next we will tackle how to edit the pages. So let's stay tuned.